Okay, so Netflix is apparently working with Sega on a new CGI Sonic TV show. Let's talk about it really fast. Okay, so if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about right now, Netflix announced on Twitter yesterday that they're working with Sega and a couple of other companies to bring us a new CGI Sonic the Hedgehog TV show in 2022. While I would normally pull up a screenshot that helps state this, it however has been deleted, to which case special thanks to Polygon for transcribing the info before we lost it though. I won't repeat the tweet because it's already got a lot of coverage. However, I will bring up the info that the two main studios working on this are WildBrain and Man of Action Entertainment. WildBrain is the company that worked on Netflix's reboot of Carmen Sandiego, a show I actually like. However, they are better known for shows like Arthur, Kai Luke, and Captain Planet. What's important to know about them is that they are a parent studio to multiple companies, such as Cookie Jar, Deke Entertainment, which, if I remember correctly, had the Sonic license at one point, and at least for distribution anyway. Oh, and they're also the parent company of NerdCorp Entertainment, which I think is what they would be going for as animators for this project, since it's CGI. Because this is the sub-company that basically were behind a lot of the Disney Channel CGI shows, so stuff along the lines of Slugterra, which is a great show that I wish was on streaming services, Hot Wheels Battle Force 5 of all things, which was on Cartoon Network, and something I am very familiar with. Conversely, Man of Action is a writing team that has a bunch of Cartoon Network history under their belt. And when I say a bunch of history, I mean we were talking Ben 10, Generator Rex, Ultimate Spider-Man, as well as the current version of Bakugan, that being Battle Planet. As far as I know, though, the writing team is merely there for translation ease, but I mean that's still a good credit in order to have. Man of Action is also works with comic books and video games in the writing department. So we are in really, really good hands for this Sonic show. But the main question that still pops up in my head, though, is, well, what story are we going to get with this show? Like, what direction are they going to take it? And anyways, I do have my own theories on this, so I got 3 ideas of what could be done. And mind you, these are general ideas, not fully fledged ones, but anyway, I'll just list them off really fast. Tiein, adaptation, reboot, or an original story. So let's break these down really fast. Tiein. At first, you would think this would be the most likely option, and I could see why. It's kind of what they did with Sonic Boom. It's loosely connected to whatever game Sega is cooking up for us for the big 30th anniversary of Sonic in 2021. Granted, I don't entirely think we're going to be getting the game in 2021 itself. I think we're just going to get our first look at the upcoming Sonic Birthday Bash, like what happened with the 25th anniversary and Sonic Forces. If they do that one, that is, I don't know if they're going to be doing another Birthday Bash for the 30th anniversary. I highly hope they do. I really do. To which I think if we do get that stream, though, it will be getting details about the new game, even if it's just a teaser, and a little bit about the show as well. I honestly think we'll probably see if any changes are being made to the cast, but I highly doubt that, and I'll get into that a little bit later. Anyway, main argument against this is that Sonic Boom was a huge failure, mostly because of the games. And while I know the Sonic Boom show did get some time on TV and a bit of time on streaming, I don't remember it being all too popular with the main bulk of the Sonic fandom. The younger part of it, yes, for sure, but not many from my generation or even the fans in the generation from before mine. Next would be an adaptation or a reboot. But honestly, I think a reboot might be highly unlikely. If you're adapting a game into a show format, it could be a little bit wonky. Sure, each Sonic game could make up an arc in the show. Hell, Sonic X proves it works a little bit. But at the same time, it would be a lot of logic hopping to fill that downtime. Something that I know all too well from working on my Sonic Stories episodes. If they were going to adapt anything, you could turn the IDW comic run into a TV show. However, you would run into something in the animation community we call the incomplete source problem. It's something you see a lot with Japan, actually, when it comes to manga versus anime, where some anime are made so quickly they catch up to what parts of the manga are already done, and then you got a bit of an issue to deal with. Japan has 3 solutions currently. First solution is wait for the source material to finish, which is actually what Attack on Titan did, by the way. However, this is highly uncommon. You're more likely in order to see the second option, which is make a filler arc, which is the route that many of them have done, notably Dragon Ball, Bleach, Naruto. Or number 3, which in my opinion is the worst option that could possibly be done, you press on and finish it yourself. Best examples of this are Soul Eater, Fullmetal Alchemist, and Hellsing. And at least with Fullmetal Alchemist and Hellsing, we at least got Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood and Hellsing Ultimate as reboots that follow the source material more closely. I wish Soul Eater would do the exact same thing, because the Soul Eater manga goes in a completely different direction after Baba Yaga Castle. But that's its own entire argument, and I accidentally hit my microphone. Yeah. Anyways, mostly when it comes to that, I just hope that they're able to do something. Back onto the topic of the adaptations, some might argue that they could possibly adapt the Archie run of the comics to get around the problem, to which case there are 2 glaring issues with that. First is starting point. There are many things in the Archie canon that get retconned over time, and there were 2 whole attempts at a soft reboot in there as well. One was the actual soft reboot that kind of worked. The other was a soft reboot that they tried at the very end of the comic that completely killed it off and was part of the reason why they lost the license. The other reason, of course, why Archie lost the license, and of course is the main issue, Ken Penders. Now then, I've already gone over the problem with this guy extensively in my opening the Origin of Knuckles video, so I won't get into it too much here. Just know that this guy pulled some strings in the copyright system so that now he holds the rights to a bunch of the Archie Sonic character designs, and he has tried lawsuits before, even against Sega and against Archie. Most of his cases do get thrown out, but if you're adapting the Archie Sonic era, then chances are he's going to crawl out of his dark den where he's supposedly still making the abomination that is the Lara Sue Chronicles. To which case, no, I do not wish him any luck in there. I do hope that he never finishes the comic and he either dies from an OD or some other weird stuff, or just gives up the licensing, because honestly, the characters deserve better. As for a reboot, there are ways you could reboot an old Sonic TV show, but again, there are a few chances of legal issues that could possibly arise. Not that it can't be done. Heck, there's a fan group on Twitter right now doing a reboot of Sonic Underground called Sonic Underground Remix. And the reason why it's called Remix is because it's being done with a twist that the band is made from Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles instead of Sonic, Sonia, and Manic, which I think is a great idea. And I totally want to voice some side characters for that. Again, this is something I'm all for, but when it comes down to it, they aren't going to reboot The Boom Show. They can't reboot Sat AM due to legal issues with Archie, as that's the show that's what kickstarted off the Archie Sonic run, leaving you with the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Underground, and Sonic X. And I know for a fact that Sega isn't going to do Underground themselves. That's part of the reason why Remix is being done in the first place. We might get something in the style of The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, but if they were going to reboot anything, it would probably be Sonic X. And that said, though, if Sonic X was to be rebooted, I highly doubt they would do so as a CGI show. It would be more likely that they would revisit the Sonic X property as an anime, have it be produced in Japan, and then release it as a dub in the US. Because, oddly enough, as weird as that might sound, it's actually cheaper in order to do that in Japan than it is in order to produce a full-on CGI show for America. So, of course, this leaves us with our final, and what I think is going to be the most likely option overall, an original series. And mostly I'm saying this because of the writing team. They excel at writing hit original shows that fit the main target demo, as well as being entertaining to a mass audience. Something that is very hard line to manage, and yet they constantly seem to do so. Maybe even pull some people from the IDW team like Evan Stanley or Ian Flynn, and you would have a massive hit of a show. I know Evan is mostly known for her art and character designs, but the girl can write good stories. Like, seriously, go read Ghosts of the Future, or if you have copies of Sonic Universe, read through issues number 79 through 82, aka the Silver Age, because holy crap, it is good. Anyways, what would this original series be about? Well, the basic premise of any Sonic show is Sonic versus Eggman, and each show takes its own spin on the matter. But given the massive story-driven serialized shows the writers have done in the past, I honestly think we are going to get the most interesting take on Sonic to date. And that is not a joke. In my head, I see a kind of, here's what Eggman is planning this episode, or collection of episodes, much like Sonic X. However, this time around, I feel like we're probably going to dive way more into the morality of Sonic, how he views himself as a hero, and how those around him view each other. Maybe even some team conflicts, which you don't really see a whole lot in children's TV anymore. And of course, given the writer's history, probably some big twist from out of left field. A couple of episodes before the season finale that will make much sense later down the line, which will probably force Sonic and Eggman to join forces against something that is even worse. Makes my brain tingle with ideas just thinking about it. And these writers are also known for doing multiple seasons and multiple big bads and some crazy stuff throughout some of their series. Like, again, looking at Ben 10 and Generator X mostly as their strongest work, and I think that might be the inspiration they might be going for when it comes to writing for this Sonic series. Overall, no matter what form of the show we get, we have to remember that this is going to be streamed on Netflix. So there's a good chance that we will be looking at one season consisting of around 12 to 16 episodes, and if it does well enough, then they'll put in an order for season 2 and maybe a season 3 if it's popular enough. Voice acting wise, I think it's going to be the same cast as the games. Most of them also did Sonic Boom, and as much as that show was kind of meh, I can at least say the voice acting was never an issue from what I remember. Currently, Sonic is voiced by Roger Craig Smith, and he's doing a great job. Tails is currently voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy. God, I hope I didn't butcher your name, Colleen, but yeah, I love her incarnation of Tails. Mike Pollock is literally Eggman, so don't bother with getting anyone else. Knuckles is David B. Michael, Shadow's Kirk Thornton, Cindy Robinson is an okay Amy. Honestly, I don't pay too much attention to the voices of Amy as, because her character mainly has kind of just been a trope checkmark for me. I don't know. Do people even like Amy at all? Leave your thoughts down below. Where was I again? Oh yeah, Rouge is currently played by Karen Strassman, and much like Amy, she's okay. Rouge doesn't really have a whole lot of speaking roles these days, so it's hard to compare to Rouge's other actresses, honestly. If we're lucky, we might be able to see Silver and Blaze again, to which case, if we do, Silver will be a toss-up between Quentin Flynn or Bryce Papenbrook, only because Quentin played Silver in the last major outing, that being Sonic Forces. To which case, he did a really good job. However, Bryce has played Silver in the last 2 games, those being Sonic Team Racing and Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo Olympic Games. To which case, ouch. Thanks, 2020. I mean, I don't know. They're both okay. Not a whole lot of voice work that I can draw from the top of my head. For me, Silver was best played by Pete Capella, the original voice actor from 2006. He played Silver with the right amount of gravity to the character, while I feel Quentin was just more filling the role, and Bryce really hasn't proven himself yet. From what I have heard of Bryce's takes of Silver, sounds more naive, if anything else. Blaze might also be a tough call. As like Bryce playing Silver, Erica Lindback really hasn't proven herself as Blaze yet in my eyes. She does have some potential in the role, though. They might bring back Laura Bailey, but honestly, I never really heard her in the role of Blaze, as the only major release she voiced Blaze in was Generations, which I skipped. I know, sacrilege, you say. Trust me, I had my reasons at the time, and I'm trying to get around to it. I have heard clips of her take, and it's alright. Nothing too crazy to write home about. Of course, I can dream a bit for the other Erica that played Blaze, that being Erica Schroeder, but I highly doubt they're going to bring her back. That's the main cast I actually think that we'll be able to know to expect into the show. As for any other casting of voices, I highly doubt we'll get much. Maybe Vector, Espio, and Charmy, which would be Keith Silverstein, Matthew Mercer, and Colleen, sorry, I can't pronounce your last name again, respectively. Good chance we could get Metal Sonic, maybe? Highly unlikely to be voiced at all these days, though. We might also see E123 Omega, but voice acting for him might be a little bit tricky, seeing the controversy that happened with Vic Mignogna, to which case I won't state my thoughts on that, because, I mean, he's a great voice actor and all, in my opinion, but I know there are some people out there who got issues with the guy. I could potentially also see Orbot and Cubot making an appearance on the show, given their mass involvement as side characters since Sonic Colors. So it would be another role for Kirk, and of course, bringing in Wally Wingert, who is always a joy. My biggest hope for this show is that we will maybe see Tangle and Whisper be a part of it, or at least be some recurring side characters. Both got really popular after their appearances in the IDW comic run, to the point that both made it into the current mobile game. And of course, they also got their own spin-off comic in the IDW run as well. No idea who would voice either of the two. What I do know is that you need someone super bubbly and energetic for Tangle, and someone who could play the shy gal for Whisper. Oh well, just loose thoughts in my head for the most part. Obviously, I'm super excited for the show, to the point that I can barely contain my excitement and stay on script. As for the tweet that was deleted, there's a chance the announcement came too soon on Netflix's part, or some part of this might have been changed. It's still too soon to know, or how much has even been made at this point. I'm going to do my best to stick up with the news on the matter, but I want to know what you all think about this new show and what direction it might take. Just keep it civil down there, and of course, it just reminds me that yes, I have more episodes of Sonic Stories to do. They take a lot of work, and I just so happen to have some other projects that I'm working on right now that I will hopefully be able to post soonish. This was kind of an emergency video, as I just got the news late of this, of course, meaning that this video was, of course, later compared to anyone else. Anyway, I got more content on the way, so be sure to subscribe, and if you want to actually get notified that I upload anything, then hit that little bell icon, give this a like, and share it if you want to, as it helps me in the algorithm. And of course, I await your comments telling me how much I suck or how wrong I am about this whole situation. Just keep it constructive so I can learn from my mistakes, damn it. That's all I got for you guys today, so until next time, this is Tiein 291, signing out.